Hi lovelies, welcome back to another video. So this is the set that we'll be working on today. It's an acrylic blinged out full set. But before I even begin, let me give a huge shout out to my notification squad. Thank you so much for being the first 3 people to comment on my last video. And if you're ready to see how I create today's design, then let's go. So let's begin, and I'm starting off with my prep. I'm doing start to finish in real time for you guys. So this is the longest YouTube video I have ever uploaded, and if you guys enjoy these types of videos, tell me in the comment section below and give this video a big thumbs up so I know that you do, and I will continue to post these types of videos for you guys. Now I'm pushing back my clients' cuticles with my cuticle pusher, and I know it may look as I'm doing this really rough. As I said, it's in real time, but I do push them back really quickly because I know the exact amount of pressure to apply so that I don't damage my clients' nail beds or hurt my clients' skin or anything like that. So now taking this diamond cuticle drill bit, and this is by Melody Susie. It does come in a pack of 10 and I absolutely love them. This is like a cone, like a mini cone shape, and I'm using this to go around the side walls, through the cuticle area, and back around to the opposite side. Now as you guys can see, I am moving mostly in one direction. If I come across a stubborn piece of cuticle that does not want to be removed with that one direction, then I would lightly go back and forth just to get it up. And she does have a lot of dead cuticle because it's been a really long time since she had her nails done because of the whole quarantine, and we were on lockdown for about 2 months, and then she had exams, so she needed to type with her fingers so she can get long nails. So now it's her birthday and we are doing some stiletto blinged out nails. Like, it's been so long. I think she's like one of my few clients that actually do stiletto nails, so it's been so long since I got to do some nice sharp knife claws, and I really and truly missed it. And I will share the entire kit with you guys in an upcoming video. I'm waiting for the new set to arrive. I did have these for a while now, and I did recommend them in this video, and if you guys want a more in-depth prep video, you can definitely check out that one. I will link it in my description box below. I try for my videos not to be too repetitive, so if you are new, I have an entire list of dedicated videos and I would link them in my description box. You can go ahead and check it out after this one or before this one, however you want to work it out, that's fine. And the entire set of 10 is like $30, and I do have a coupon code for you guys, so you get to save 15% off of your order, and I would link it in my description box below for those of you who are interested. I do have a new kit on its way because I've had this for a while, and I did butcher a few of them by leaving them to soak overnight in acetone. So do not soak them in acetone. You can soak them in alcohol, but if you soak them in acetone, you can ruin them, and that is what I did. So definitely don't be like me, you know. I'm here to teach you guys to learn from my silly mistakes. Now I'm taking this ball bit, also included in the set, and I'm going to work it again around the side walls and cuticle area. However, I am not really touching my client's nail plate with this bit. I am strictly focusing on the dead stubborn cuticle that didn't come up with the previous bit that I used, to try and get as much off as possible because I don't want to go in and nip my client. She actually really does not like my cuticle nippers, so this alternative worked perfectly for her, and that made her so happy. So I was glad. You know, there are just some clients that are totally afraid of certain tools. I had a client that was afraid of my e-file, and that is because she had a bad experience with it before, and I literally had to explain to her like what every single bit would do, and that it's not going to hurt her and it's not going to damage her, and I had to ensure her that, you know what, you were safe and it's fine. Because sometimes people who are not really familiar with what they're doing, or who watch these YouTube videos and decide, okay, I'm going to teach myself, nothing is wrong with that. Trust me, I did it at first before I got got my certificate, but you definitely need to be careful. So like for me, I did not use my e-file on anybody but myself until I got comfortable, especially working around the cuticle area, and then I started using it on other people. So you definitely want to be comfortable before going in and butchering anybody's cuticles or anybody's nails. Please keep that in mind. So with that being said, let's get back to this video, right? So I am using my sanding band, and this is a 180 grit sanding band, and this is by the Makartt company. Now I do have a link and coupon code for Makartt. However, I am not sure if this is on their website, so I would link my Amazon storefront in the description box as well. So you have two places where you can pick these sanding bands up. Just remember, if you pick them up on the Makartt website, you do save 10% off your purchase when you use my discount code, and I will have it in the description box below along with the link. Once I can find the link to these on the website, or I will just have the link to the website on its own in my description box. So I did apply Makartt's nail glue to my nail tips. These are my BG nails, which is my own brand, effortless nail tips. However, I can only ship locally. We can't ship internationally, and if I do, it is hella expensive. So I prefer not to, but I did find these on Amazon. For those of you who are interested, I do have the Amazon link in my description box below. If you are local and you want to order them, you can DM me on Instagram and I will send you the order form so you guys can fill that out, and I can get the invoice popping and send it out. You can either pick it up or you can have them delivered. So that is totally an option, that is up to you. So after applying those tips, I'm going in with my straight edge nail clipper, which is my holy grail. I don't use scissors, I don't use nail tip cutters anymore. This is all I use to shape my nails, and I do have these featured on my Amazon storefront as well. So I'm taking these clippers, and the mistake my client made was telling me to do whatever length that I wanted, just not the full length. So I'm barely taking off the tip. So what I'm doing is I'm finding the center of the actual nail tip, and I'm following that to cut a point to shape similar to a pencil. And once I cut that off, I am then going to go in with my hand file. Now, making sure to keep the center point of the tip is very important, because that way your tips are on nice and straight and they are in line with your client's natural nails. So once you maintain that center point on the nail tips, it is going to make it so much easier when it's time to hand file and get these nails back to that point, so that your center is still where it originally supposed to be. And the reason why I'm not taking off that much is because when I go in to sharpen these up, they are going to come down in length a little bit more. So you do want to keep that in mind. Like, always go a little bit longer to the actual length that you want. So we are trying to achieve a really nice crisp stiletto. Now, the reason why I told you guys to cut it in the shape of a pencil is because that point is very important. We do not touch that point when we are reshaping. Well, once you use this type of nail tip, let me be correct. Once you use this type of nail tip, you don't need to touch that point that we created when we cut the nails into that pencil shape. And after reshaping that tip, I'm going to use my hand file as well to blend the artificial nail into that natural nail. Now, I am not touching my client's nails at all. I am strictly focusing on the artificial tip, and I position my file behind the tip, so when it's time to blend, it's easier, and I can also see where the tip starts and where my client's natural nail is. So therefore, I am not over filing her nail plate. I feel this nail best shows you guys exactly what I'm trying to explain when it's time to accomplish that stiletto shape. So you guys see how I'm holding my hand file at a diagonal, but I'm keeping it nice and straight, and I'm only working it up and down. Now there is a gap where my thumb is, which is preventing me from going too far up where the nail tip and the natural nail meet, and I am not touching the tip of the extension either. I am working in between those 2 points and bringing down that center to meet those 2 points. Anytime I angle my file flat or downward underneath that tip, it's going to cause a problem because it causes a lip in between the nail tip and the natural nail, and it's just not going to look nice and clean. No matter how much you try to file it, it is not going to work. And I really hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I know I am moving a little bit fast on screen, but if you guys want me to slow it down in another video and actually explain what I mean by including some arrows and stuff, then definitely let me know in the comment section below as well, because this nail tip is so much easier to reshape, whether it be coffin, tapered square, or even stiletto nails. It makes your nail prep go by so much faster, and I swear to you, I did not speed it up. It's just that I really and truly like to get my shapes on point. Like, I know exactly how long it's going to take me to prep my client's nails and how long it's going to take me to apply my acrylic. Now for each set it is going to be different because each set is a different shape. However, I honestly spend the majority of my service on my prep, shaping my tips, and that is considered my foundation. So once my foundation is set, I also take my time to lay my acrylic just to make sure that I don't have much filing to do when I go in to finish file. And your foundation is very, very important. If I were just to cut those nails into that penciled shape and apply my acrylic on top of that, then after applying my acrylic I will have to come to do this step, and that will mean all of this nail tip that I shaved off would be acrylic that I would have to file off, and that would be totally wasting product. So you definitely want to get your nails to the shape as close to your final result as possible so that you save on your products. Nail products ain't cheap, girl, so let's get with it. So I did go ahead and cleanse those nails with that little brush and some alcohol, and I love this little brush. I have recently started using it, and it also is included in the kit. So for this set I am using the entire JC Beauty Concepts line. So I started with that dehydrator after cleansing the nail. I applied my extra bond primer, and now I'm taking Snowflake, which is a soft white, and I'm going to be building up all the nails on this hand using this color. JC Beauty also has an acrylic brush, however I did not get mine in time to use it in this video, but I do have it and I do want to try it out, and I have not tried it as yet because I do want to record myself trying it for you guys so that I give you guys my honest opinion on it as well. So I am taking a medium-sized bead to the cuticle area, and I mostly start with the cuticle area only on my pinky nail because it's so small, and I have better control over the thickness of this nail once I apply my cuticle bead first. So I did apply that bead close to my cuticle area and then use my brush to work it up into the cuticle, and then I work that bead as far down to the free edge of the extension as it could possibly go before going in with another bead right where that acrylic had stopped and just blending it back to the cuticle area and working that bead forward towards the free edge of the extension, passing my brush along the sides of that tip to maintain the nail shape, and doing the application this way ensures that that acrylic is laid nice and smooth and there are no bumps and ridges in this soft white. Now I don't want to completely build up the entire nail with this color because I do encapsulate all these nails once I complete my application with this soft white, and encapsulating them just adds to that milky effect. On the rest of the nails, I'm going to be placing my first medium-sized bead right where the nail tip meets the natural nail. I pat my acrylic from side to side, and then I start pulling it as far up to the free edge of the nail tip as possible. When I notice that my acrylic is starting to set, I then go in and start stroking it to blend it out, and this is to eliminate any harsh lines in my acrylic. Now I'm placing a medium-sized bead to the cuticle area as well. I am not pushing it up into the cuticle, however I am patting it from side to side and blending it back into the bead that I placed first. And I did miss a little bit at the tip of the extension, so I'm just adding a small bead, blending it back to that first bead that I placed down, and then removing any excess with the body of my brush. So now I'm taking my cuticle bead, I place it close to the cuticle, and then I start pressing it and working it up into that cuticle with the tip of my brush. Now this is just me making sure that there is no product on the skin. So I go in with my brush at a 90-degree angle and move in a C shape around the cuticle area and sidewalls. This is also going to assist in making sure that that area is sealed in really nice and tight. If I notice that I'm missing any acrylic around this area, I just go in with small beads and place them where they are needed. Now I prefer to work in smaller beads, so sometimes it takes me 3 to 4 beads to build up a nail to the thickness that I'm actually happy and comfortable with. And again, in this case, I'm just making sure that the entire nail is covered with this soft white, and I am going to be encapsulating to give me my desired thickness. Now I don't like my nails too thick, however I do like to make sure, especially given the length of these, that they are nicely structured so that my client does not accidentally break a nail. So I've zoomed you guys in to show you a close-up of my acrylic application. So I am starting with that medium-sized bead right where the extension meets the natural nail plate. As you guys can see, I do use the tip of my brush to blend the area that is closest to the cuticle, and I use the body of my brush to pat the acrylic from side to side and pull it as far to that free edge of the extension as possible. Now once that acrylic can't go anymore, I then go in with a bead that is a little bit wetter to the previous bead that I have on, so that way these two beads blend seamlessly into each other. And now I'm going back towards that cuticle area once again. This is not going to be my cuticle bead. I then place this bead down, and this is just as a guide to show me how far I am from the actual cuticle. So now that everything is laid nicely, blended, and I do maintain the shape of this nail with my brush by passing my brush along the sides to make sure that I remove any excess acrylic. Now I'm going in with my cuticle bead and I place it right on top of that bead that I had there before. And now with the tip of my brush as a guide so that I don't flood the cuticle, I'm also holding that nail downward so that any product that needs to run is going to run towards the tip of the extension and not back towards the cuticle. And again, taking the tip of my brush at a 90-degree angle, I just went around the cuticle area and along the side walls to make sure that there is no product on the skin, and also to seal that area in. This helps when it's time to go in to finish file with my drill bit, that I don't have that much filing to do, because as you guys can see, the cuticle area is laid. It does take a while to get this down, but if you have your liquid to powder ratio on point, then you definitely don't need to worry about your acrylic running everywhere. And if you guys do want me to do a video on that, then leave me this emoji with your comments in the comment section below. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up my acrylic application. At this point, let's take a minute to take a break, y'all. Like, let's chat a bit. So what have you guys been up to? Let me know if you guys are still under quarantine. For us here, we did have our quarantine lifted, as you guys know, so I'm back out to work. I'm still not working that much because of health reasons. I am only taking like 1 to 2 clients for the day right now, because after coming off of quarantine, my back pains have disappeared, and I am so thankful for that, because they were excruciating pains. So now that that is gone, I don't want it to act back up, so therefore I'm taking better care of myself in terms of working and stretching and making sure that my back muscles are being stretched when they need to. So if you guys are full-time nail techs, especially my beginners, please take my advice. I've been doing nails since 2014. full time, and I have started getting really bad lower back pains and muscle spasms, let's say about last year after Christmas time or before Christmas. I can't really remember exactly when, but because of sitting in the same position for too long in between clients, not getting up, not stretching, and sometimes not even eating throughout the day, I did cause a lot of health issues. Like, I gave myself acid reflux so bad to the point where I had to go do an ECG because I felt like I was having minor heart attacks. So definitely take time to care for yourself as well. Clients, they will understand, because trust me, when my clients found out what was going on with me, the amount of buff I got from my clients, I was so surprised that they actually do care about you. So you can take the time in between clients to eat, get up, stretch your back muscles, because that pain is terrible. It is so bad that I couldn't even walk some days because it was so painful. So trust me, if you're now starting off, don't overdo it with 10 clients a day. Take your time, schedule out your appointments in a way where you can make sure and at least have 2 meals, especially if you're working from 9 till whenever. Then you have 2 meals in between the day, and in between each client, get up and stretch. Trust me, you guys, I wish somebody had told me this when I was starting off, but now that I know and I can advise you guys, like, rotate your wrist muscles and just stretch your entire body before you go on to another client. It is needed. And I know one of my subscribers had messaged me under one of my videos and asked me how long it takes me to do an acrylic full set. Well, as I said, each set is going to take you a different amount of time. I could spend 2 to 3 hours on a set, sometimes 4 hours. It depends on how much hand painting that I have to do. In this case, laying the stones does take time, and then I was chatting and catching up with my clients, so it did take us about 4 hours to complete her hands and toes, because she did do gel polish with white chrome on her toes to match her nails as well. So it did take us about a good 4 hours to complete this set. But one thing that my clients know about me is I don't rush my work. I do work for myself, so I'm not in a salon environment where I have to be rushing in between clients. So our relationship is more like personal and connected, because we actually take time to chat and catch up on everything that we miss with each other. So it's sort of like a very personal experience with my clients and I. And because of the years that they've been with me, the majority of them, we developed that close friendship / nail tech relationship, which is absolutely amazing. This is what the nails look like. On her opposite hand, she wanted one sheer jelly glitter nail, so I did use number 55 from JC Beauty Concepts, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm encapsulating this nail with the JC Beauty Concepts clear acrylic powder, and I honestly thought I was recording when I did this nail, but I wasn't, as usual. Y'all know how I work, right? Because I get so caught up in actually doing my clients' nails and us talking that sometimes I completely forget to record. So I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like before and after encapsulating, and I really love it, and I would have it in the description box with the list of JC Beauty products as well as my coupon code, so you guys can save yourself 15% off your order from JC Beauty as well. And after doing this, I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate my soft white nails. Now, I only showed you guys me encapsulating 2 nails on camera, and I only use a small to medium sized bead of clear acrylic. start off with my finish filing, I'm using my extra fine ceramic drill bit, and I do have these featured on my Amazon storefront. For my locals, I will have them coming in for sale really soon, so I would let you guys know on Instagram when I add this product. So make sure that you're following me on Instagram so that you get the heads up when I do. So I use this drill bit for my cuticle area, as well as to remove any bumps or ridges in my acrylic application. Because it's an extra fine drill bit, it is not going to take down bulk. However, it is just going to make sure that nail stays really nice and smooth. And this is not a safety bit. I don't like working with safety bits around the cuticle area. For me, I have more control with a regular flat top. So I take my time and work it around the cuticle area. Now, if you are using a new drill bit, you definitely want to work with your drill in a speed where you're comfortable with. Because this one has already been conditioned and I've been using it for a while, and I do prefer ceramic bits now over carbide bits, especially to do this step. It's just a personal preference. You can use whichever one you prefer. I do like to work with this at about 5,000 RPMs. So after doing this step, I'm going to go in with my Makartt 100 grit hand file, and I'm going to use that to reshape these nails. Now, one thing that I want to mention to you guys, even when I was shaping up the nail tips, I didn't show it on camera because most times when I do it, I am out of frame, is you want to turn your client's hand around to make sure that her nails line up when she looks at it, not just when you look at it. When she looks at it, everything lines up perfectly, nothing is crooked or anything like that before you actually apply your acrylic. If a nail is crooked, what I usually do is I usually just completely take it off and reapply another one. So I did find the Makartt hand files on their website. I think they have a pack of 10, but they're also available on Amazon. So everything that I use from Makartt, I will link the Makartt link in my description box, as well as my coupon code, and I will also link the same product on Amazon, so you guys can go ahead and choose wherever you want to order it from. If you have Amazon Prime, then I will suggest ordering it off of Amazon. However, if you don't have Amazon Prime, just bear in mind that the shipping off of Makartt's website is going to vary when it comes to how fast you get your products. JC Beauty Concepts also does next day shipping once you place your order within a certain time, and you get free shipping once you spend $100 US and more. So you definitely want to look into that. So I'm taking my Makartt white buffer and I'm just going to go underneath the nail to remove any of the excess tip that would stick underneath that nail, as well as go over the surface of the nail to smoothen it out. So I am thinking about upgrading my iPhone. I know you guys, some of you will have trade-ins available. However, we don't have access to that here. But I really and truly think I need to upgrade my phone. Plus, my battery is giving so much trouble now because I literally do every single thing on my phone. I edit my pictures, I edit my videos, I record. Like my phone is constantly charging, so I know that messed up the battery as well. So I am really and truly thinking of, I'm just going to replace the battery for now because it's needed. Like I've been working on this voiceover since midnight. It is now midday and my battery keeps dying so quickly. So this video is team no sleep. I know I sound like I have a lot of energy, but that's because I had coffee. So this is what I mean when I tell you guys, like, turn your client's hand around so that you see exactly how your nails are lined up. And now that everything is finished filing, oh my gosh, I just sprayed it with alcohol and I'm going in with this dust brush once again, and I'm going to be cleansing the entire nail around and under. I like to go underneath the nails, and this is just going to take up any excess dust or anything like that, so that that nail is completely nice and clean. And the reason why I really love this brush is because it does have bristles like a manicure brush, so it's easy for me to sanitize and it's easy for me to clean it and soak it in my alcohol, and it's ready for another client. So this is what the opposite hand looks like. I didn't show you guys the all white on, but it is so cute, and that pink glitter just looks absolutely adorable. So now I'm taking my Makartt rhinestone glue and I'm placing it at a diagonal on one side of this nail. I'm going on top of that nail immediately, and this is the Gerson's no wipe gel top coat, and I'm going to be applying this to the entire nail as that gem gel or rhinestone glue is still wet. And I'm going to start placing my Swarovski crystal into that wet gem gel. I do apply the no wipe gel top coat because the rhinestone glue does have a tacky layer for the most part. Well, this is the old one. I do have the new one to try. I have it in stock, like in my cupboard, and I haven't tried it as yet because this one, guys, this lasted me so long. Yes, I know we had a few months off because of corona, but it actually lasted a really long time. And I think these are like 15 ml tubes, and I love the nozzle on it, so it's easy for me to place exactly where I want it without wasting any of the gel. All that you're going to be watching me doing now is just laying down my crystals. Some of them I knew where I wanted the crystals to be, some I didn't, so you would see me like shifting them around until I'm happy with it. But for the most part, I am laying down that rhinestone glue, and then immediately on top of that wet glue, I'm going to go ahead and apply my no wipe gel top coat. This way, once I cure that nail and I cure those stones in place, I don't need to go back in and reapply any top coat or anything like that. Eliminates the tackiness of the rhinestone glue, which is amazing. So once I'm happy with the way that my crystals are placed, I will go ahead and flash cure each nail for just about 15 seconds, but I am flash curing in a 54-watt UV LED gel light, so it is going to come as though I'm flash curing for like 30 seconds, even though I'm just doing it for 15. And one tip I can give you guys when applying crystals at the edge of the nails, like at the free edge, then you want to make sure that there's a little space between the actual free edge and the crystals. This way you can get your top coat in and around the entire crystal so that it doesn't snag in like your client's hair, on their clothes or anything like that, because snagging is going to cause for your crystals to pop off. That way you make sure that they are well secured and there's no way that those crystals are going to move. I really and truly enjoyed chatting with you guys today. I hope you enjoy this type of video. Like, let me know if it is I can just sit and chat with you guys. As you're speaking, I hate rushing through my videos and having to rush to say what I'm doing or anything like that, like speeding it up to the point where I feel like I'm choking to do my voiceover because I'm trying to explain to you guys what I'm doing, but yet and still I have to do it so quickly. So sometimes I miss things that I do want to actually take the time to explain to you guys. So this video gave me the chance and the opportunity to do that, and I really enjoyed chatting with you. In this video I did talk a lot I know that, but if you enjoy these types of videos, like, share, comment and subscribe. And if you're not yet part of the notification squad, click on the bell icon right next to that subscribe button and come join the BeGlamorous notification family. We would love to have you guys, or if you're not yet subscribed, just click on that subscribe button. I truly appreciate each and every one of you, and we are almost to 45k, which is very close to 50k. So the countdown to my 50k giveaway is on, and I will be announcing it maybe next video or the video after that, what I will be giving away to you guys. So you definitely want to share this video and get your friends and your family, especially those that love nails and are willing to learn how to do their own nails, so that they too would be able to join the BeGlamorous family. I will have a clip of this set at the end of the video to show you guys these beauties in action and how those crystals really shine through. And I am going to be leaving you right here to watch the rest of this video. I hope everyone is having an amazing Sunday. As always, I would love for you guys to stay glamorous, be safe, and I'll see you soon.